Can you feel this passion? It's amazing. Hail, hail, hail to the Redskins. Crowds roar, horns blow, see the fire blazing. Hail, hail, hail to...
What is going on, internet? This is JD coming at you another video from Redskins Rant. Hail to the Redskins. If the camera's looking a little bit different right now, it's because it is a different camera. I used to do a lot of my filming on this bad boy, which is a Galaxy Tab View. It's an 18-inch screen. It's a very nice tablet and everything, but the screen quality on the camera is not the greatest. So I decided to use my phone. I just got a brand new phone. It is the Galaxy S10 Plus Note. Note S10 Plus. Note 10 Plus, I think is actually what it's called. So if I'm looking at like a little bit weird, there's a reason. The camera's here, but my face is here. Whereas on the tablet, if you look at the tablet, my face is like right below the camera. So it's a little bit different. But I actually like this better. It's better quality. It picks up light a lot better. So I'm going to be using it from this point on. It's actually got a mount. So it's actually really nice. Today's video. First off, announcement. I'm trying to finalize this. It is a video game film breakdown of our game versus the Eagles. It is a play-by-play breakdown. It's not extensive. It's less than an hour. I got under an hour. And I'm trying to finalize that. I just tried doing it. My computer crashed, so maybe it's something I can't do. It didn't crash. It kind of just locked up. So I'm going to try to restart it right now and see how that goes. So that's the first thing. So I'm going to try to do that. Hopefully I can get that out before the end of today. That is my priority video to do right now. This one will just get straight up posted as soon as I'm done. I can transfer the video very quickly and just add it to the program I use. So that's the first thing. Second thing is this is my prediction for the Dallas Cowboy game. Okay, this Dallas Cowboy game, a lot of people were writing us off on like ESPN and stuff. It really just depends on how you viewed our last game. That's really what this comes down to. I viewed our last game as, and this is just my opinion, you'll see in game film breakdown, my opinion gets reinforced a little bit. I think our offense actually did stellar. And I was going to sit there and say, we had no running game. Okay, well, the reason why our passing game was good is because we didn't have a running game. And we didn't have a running game because they focused on stopping the run. They were trying to put the ball in Case Keenum's hands. It backfired. The problem was, it wasn't a problem, actually. We moved the ball very well in the first half. The second half, some drop passes, guys holding, stolen drives, things like that. Our offense was never an issue. It was players in the offense were an issue. So, for example, like whenever in the second half, whenever Deshaun Jackson gets that bomb for a touchdown, sorry, I like talking with this in my hand, gets that bomb for a touchdown, we came back immediately to McLaurin for a bomb. The problem was just overthrown by a yard. The very next play, Paul Richardson drops a first down, and in the very next play, I don't think Vernon Davis would have had a touchdown or first down, but he would have been very close to a first down. So it's not like we got conservative. It's we just didn't execute as well, and that's not exactly play calling. Everyone says play call. Jay Gruden got super conservative. He did not get super conservative. If he got conservative, we'd ran the ball 3 times, and everyone and their mother, everyone just wants to complain. Everyone wants to find confirmation bias. Listen, if you're a Redskins fan and you're not cheering for anyone on our team to succeed, you need to get the fuck out of here. Like, get off my channel now. I don't want you on here. I go into every game believing my Redskins have a chance to win. Okay, the happiest moment of my life will be the moment the Redskins win a Super Bowl in my adult life. I love my wife. Marrying her was a good moment. If I have kids, that'll be one of the happiest moments as well. Winning a Super Bowl will be the happiest moment of my adult life. If that's not your happiest moment, it's not up there on yours, and your happiest moment is just bitching and complaining about the Washington Redskins and how everyone needs fired and this, that, go home. The Redskins are they're professional football players putting a team on the field. My goal is they should win. They have a chance to win every game. And with Jay Gruden as our coach, I believe that chance is definitely there. It's not like Jay Gruden does not get the team in a position to win football games. He gets the team in a position to win football games. That's one of the biggest things I personally like about Jay Gruden. Do we always win? No. I mean, no one always wins. Even the Patriots don't always win. They're the best team probably in the past 20 years. So it's not about winning every football game. So I believe the Washington Redskins will win this game. Now, it depends on what you view it. Some people think that the Eagles just took them a half to get going. And then once they got going, they stomped us. I don't think that's the case. I think our defense just got lackadaisical on 3rd and longs, and we schemed wrong, and they capitalized on it. And then then the defense couldn't recover, and they just kept giving up the same things over and over and over again. The defense isn't bad. Here's why I don't think the defense is bad. Defense is the reason we lost, but defense is not bad. Here's why I think the defense is bad. If you're getting teams to 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 15 and 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 12 consistently, you're doing a lot of things right. The problem is we got to have what my ex-boss used to call follow through. We need to follow through with whatever we're doing. If we're stopping them on 1st and 2nd down and 3rd downs, we're not following through. And we're not scheming to follow through. I think Greg Manusky schemed very conservative. He pretty much went to prevent with a 3-man rush or 4-man rush on 3rd and 15s, and you're not bringing Carson Wentz down. You're not forcing him to get rid of the ball quick. I don't think that's a smart strategy. I think you make him get rid of the ball quick, make him throw that quick 5-yard out, and then rely on your guys to pursue and tackle. You can fix the pursuing and tackling. You can't fix the fact that he's not getting rid of the ball quick. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter who you are. If you are a professional athlete, you're going to get open eventually. The problem is you want to corral and attack the quarterback to make him get rid of it quicker so the guy can't get 20 yards on the field. The odds just go down whenever you do that for the defense. It's easier for the quarterback to make a 20-yard play, catch, and the guy grab it and fall and get a 1st down than it is to make a 5-yard catch and rely on the receiver to run for another 10 yards. It's much more simple. The odds of getting the first scenario are much higher. So you got to play that scenario. And I know I use this comparison a lot, but if we want to be a team like the New England Patriots that has success a lot, you have to rely on those odds. You have to play to those odds to make yourself successful. Okay? And that's what they do. What do the odds say in that? Well, the odds say blitz the quarterback, make him get rid of it quick, and rely on pursuit to tackle the guy before the 1st down, forcing the punt. And that's what we have to do. That's what I believe the Redskins need to do to fix this week in the offseason, or in the practice this week. My prediction: they're going to play Dallas. Dallas is a very tough team. Last week, Ezekiel Elliott only had about 53 yards. We actually, when we're healthy, we have a pretty good track record against Ezekiel Elliott. Last year, the first time we played him, he had like 38 yards on 15 or 16 carries. So very good there. And then the year before that, or the second game of the season, it's kind of near the end of the season when we weren't extremely good. I think he had about 100 yards. So I don't know. I think we're gonna I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on stopping the run and then forcing Ezekiel to be on. I didn't feel like the Eagles' running attack is what beat us. That's just me. Yeah, they got 123 yards, but it didn't feel like that was the reason. What felt like the reason is 3rd and 15s and 3rd and 10s not getting off the field. That's what beat us in those big plays. They can get 123 yards all day. If they don't convert on 3rd downs, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'll give up 123 yards all day if we can stop 3rd down conversions, and we keep teams below 40% 3rd down conversions. We give up 65% 3rd down conversions. That's not going to win you football games. And here's the crazy part: with all that, we still had a chance to win at the end. I know people are going to say, "Oh, that's a garbage touchdown," but it's still a touchdown. Okay, they got some garbage plays too. If it wasn't for 2 plays, we'd have won that game by 10 points. If it wasn't for 2 plays, okay, 2 bombs to Jackson, 2 plays, we'd have won that game by 9 points. That's all there is to it. You take away, I'm sorry, it might be, is it 9? Yeah, it's 9. You take away 2 touchdowns from their final score, and we actually go into that game with a pretty decent look at winning the game. So that's just the way it is. And You can take all the negative out of it you want. Like, well, once they got going, they killed us. Okay, once the momentum shifted that way, yeah, they took advantage of it, just like you're supposed to. But a lot of that stuff spawned from our doing. It wasn't like they did anything great. We didn't. I mean, did something great. I mean, Sean Jackson did 61-yard bomb and a 51-yard bomb. It's pretty amazing. But he did those on 3rd and 10. You get off, you stop that play, they kick a field goal, they punt it. You do that on 3rd and 15 when they get the 61-yard, they punt it. Guess what? We have the ball. We can eat up some clock. They don't have the time to get these touchdowns. So, what do I think we're gonna do this week? I think the strategy this week, and I watched Dallas last week play the Giants. And honestly, Dallas is not a bad team. Like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and announce them anything. I did a video where I picked the division winners for every division, and I want the Redskins to win. I really do. But if a gun was to my head and I had to put my whole life on the line and everything I have and my wife's stuff, I would bet the Dallas Cowboys have the best likelihood in our division to win the Super Bowl. This is a Super Bowl caliber team, just like the Eagles were a Super Bowl caliber team. And if I'm looking at it, the way we got to beat this team is we got to limit the big plays from Dak Prescott. Last week, Dak Prescott had a lot of big plays. He had Gallup, he had Amari Cooper. So that's the difference between that's what's different this week is we have to make sure we know we have to stop the big plays. I think we can grind the run game down to a halt and go about 60, 70 yards and not let them get any further. But we have to do a better job of covering and making sure we don't give up the big plays. So if we get off the field on 3rd downs, that'll be our Achilles heel, is getting off the field on 3rd downs. We don't have to deal as much with the tight end issue. We can literally just match up with corners. Gallup, we have Cobb that we have to deal with. We have Amari Cooper. Witten is not as big a deal to me. And then on offense, we have to try to establish some kind of running game. Now, here's the thing. Our running game wasn't too bad. It wasn't too good because the Eagles were making a concerted effort to stop the run. They really were. It almost backfired on it. It really did. Because if we'd have just connected on one or two more passes, the game would have been us, running away with the game. And it almost backfired in their face. What would have been smart is to let us establish a little bit of a run, and we don't play action as much. And we don't pass, because the weakness of the Eagles is their secondary is not very good. So, honestly, it might come back to bite them next time we play them, because their secondary is not that good. And if they're so hell-bent on stopping, that's what happened early, is they tried to stop the run early, and a lot of the play action and things like that really paid off and really was executed well. And that's what opened up a lot of guys early. So, and because when you're blitzing, they weren't playing man, they were playing zone, and that really helped us a lot as well. So there's certain tactics that are going to be used against us, and I think what we need to do is we need to just, I don't want to say pound the rock. I don't think we're going to win a lot of football games this year pounding the rock. Adrian Peterson's in, so he's going to want the ball. If my guesstimate, I think it's going to be like kind of the same thing as last week. Make sure we're passing intermediate passes. Now, I heard something interesting the other day, or yesterday, and I don't like his opinions very much, but his opinions seem very spot on. Shannon Sharp from Undisputed said, Case Keenum, basically what the Eagles did is Case Keenum sat back and picked them apart because they didn't bring any pressure, which is pretty much true. It's very true. But I actually disagree. And when I post the game film, you'll see that Case Keenum there was some pressure put on him. Like first drive, he had some pressure and he got rid of the ball quick, quick 4-yard out, and he just he was dialed in. I'm sure that Dallas is going to try something different, but in my heart of hearts, I do think the Redskins will win this game. I don't know which team had the better defense, the Eagles or the Cowboys. I don't care. I think our team can still win. I think we need to win this game. It's going to be about 24-21. It's going to be a one-score game, 27-24, something like that. And I think we'll come out on top. If we score 27 points, we should win the game. That's what I'm going to say. If we score 27 points or more, the Redskins should win this game. The defense has to step up. And if the defense has another outing like they had against the Eagles, where They had a good first half, and then they couldn't get off field on third downs. Greg Minuski needs to be gone, and we need to go get Rex Ryan, okay? Give him what he wants. Come in and be our defensive coordinator. It's that simple. That's what needs to be happening with the Washington Redskins right now. Greg Minuski needs to be on the hot seat. I don't think Jay Gruden needs to be on the hot seat. Jay Gruden, everyone kept talking about like adjustments. What kind of adjustments do you make when you're going in at halftime up 20-7 on a Super Bowl champion, on a good team? There's no adjustments you make. Obviously, the running game wasn't established, but here's why it wasn't. Because the play-action game was working very well. They were trying to stop the run. That was their MO, was to stop the running game and force game in the pass, and it was working. Play into that. It's fine. And we actually weren't running the ball horrible. It's just we were just passing the ball so much better. And then by the time the second half came around, we didn't get the ball enough to actually establish the running game to try to eat some clock. Because the defense spent five minutes on the field. The offense comes out having gone the whole halftime, which is like 20 minutes, and then another 5 or 6 minutes of game time, which is about 15 more minutes. So they spent about 35 minutes without throwing a pass, throwing a block, not being loose, and then obviously going to go 3 and out, and then the defense gets the ball, or the Eagles get the ball right back and march down the field and score again, and they have a big play. So that's why that's why it was like so quick like that. That's why you got to capitalize on your opportunities. But I think the Redskins will win this game. I think the Redskins are going to come out a little bit pissed off, a little bit of fire and vinegar. It's a home game. Apparently the home game is sold out. Or at least it's very close to being sold out. So I'm very excited about that. Let's pack the stands. I hope it's not full of Cowboy fans. I really hope it's not. I hope it's not full of Cowboy fans. I will be at work, but I'm going to be watching every minute of this. This is going to be on TV. I'm going to enjoy it. I want to see the Redskins win. Like I said, 27-24, 27-23, something like that. I think that'll be enough to get the win. Like, share, subscribe. Hail to the Redskins. Again, I'm posting this. I'm making the video right here as we speak. I just turned my computer back on. I'm going to open the program right now to get this video finalized. But unless there's, if you have any questions that you would like me to answer, I would be more than happy to have a video where I answer questions about what you think. I did an interesting video yesterday. Basically, it was like, what would I do if I was the owner of the Washington Redskins? I recommend going and checking that out. Most people, I've got a lot of positive responses from that. Most people like what I would have done. I'm not a proponent of firing. I don't like firing anyone personally. I don't think anyone should have I think people should get the opportunity to fix what they've done wrong, and if they don't make these attempts, then you get fired. But I don't think you should just fire someone just because they're not doing well right now, unless the owner has gone in and talked to Jay Gruden and said, here's what you need to do to be better, and here's what you need to do better, yada yada yada. Then we can have a discussion about getting the guy or having someone fired. We can literally have that discussion. But if we're not having those discussions with the owner and telling him this, and this is what you need to do to get better, I'm not on board with that. I'm not a person who's a big proponent of just firing someone just because you want to fire somebody or you don't like them. I think Jay Gruden's done a very good job. I think Jay Gruden's done. Let's look at what he has right now. Let's just be honest here. He does not have Trent Williams, who is $15 million on his salary cap. Okay, he does not have Alex Smith, who is $21 million on his salary cap. He does not have Colt McCoy. He does not have Jordan Reed, and now Jonathan Allen's out. So Jordan Reed's $8 million, I believe, and I don't know how much Jonathan Allen is. So let's say I think he's about $3 or $4 million. Okay, I mean I don't know who else is injured. Okay, but that's over $40 million of salary cap space, almost $50 million. Okay, I don't know the whole salary cap. I mean, I guess I could look it up. My phone's right there, so I can't. Let me 1 second. I'll look up what the full salary cap is. Google. Salary cap. NFL salary cap's $191 million. So if he's missing $15 million on his books, that means Jay Gruden's playing with 1/4 of his roster, or of his salary not being available to him. Okay, that's what that means. That Jay Gruden is playing with 1/4 of his roster or salary, whatever you want to call it, not being available to him. So just keep that in mind whenever you want to criticize Jay Gruden and criticize, other coaches do. No, other coaches don't miss out on 20-some or 50-some% of their salary in the first game, and they only lost by 5 to not a defending, but a Super Bowl champion. They still have most of the core that won a Super Bowl champion. Okay, it's not a logical argument you're going to have with anyone who's going to say that Jay Gruden needs to be fired when he's competing with a Super Bowl contender with a quarter or 3/4 of what 75% of what everyone else has. And we wanted to talk about last year. Last year, for the most part, he was down below 50% of his salary cap. The entire offensive line was out. Alex Smith was out. Running back, Darius Geis was out. Receivers weren't playing because they were injured. So that's it. Just doesn't make sense why people want him fired. Look at the numbers make a decision and have numbers to back it up. My decision is very clear, and I have the statistical numbers to back my opinion up. If you're gonna make an opinion like that, have it be making sure it's a logical one, and make sure it actually has some kind of validity to it. Don't just spew off the mouth. That's one thing I hate about. This is why I'm about to remove myself from all these Facebook groups, because people just shoot off the mouth and they don't think before they talk. The ignorance in the world just want to talk on Facebook behind a keyboard and want to spew stupid stuff like that. It's like people who think that Adrian Peterson, not having Adrian Peterson, cost us the game. There's no proof of that. There's nothing to analytically prove that Adrian Peterson would have got us the game. Now, if we come out and Adrian Peterson has like 190 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, you might be able to make that argument this week. If he does it this week, you can pull back last week and say that might be it. But ultimately, what cost us the game was third down conversions. I can statistically go to it. First half, their third down conversions was, I think it was about like 40%, or something like that, 39%. And we were up 20-7. And as soon as they go to 65% conversion rate on third downs, they pull ahead of us. And they manage the clock. They take the clock away from us. It's a statistical breakdown of what it is. And whether the offense can convert or not, the defense still has to do their job and stop them from scoring. Okay. That's not good. Okay, well, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Help to the Redskins.